This is Gladriel being told no by the Queen of Numenor.
Let's stare at her. Oh my
Can
god.
I have this?
I don't know.
What the hell show am I watching? They have 23, 24 made up characters. All of this shit is it's all over the place with all these made up characters. They've divided the main characters up to fill the time with random stories that don't go anywhere. That's why we're only seeing scenes. We are seeing an endless bunch of scenes that appear to have been written by people trying to copy Tolkien's works. They're not very good at it. It's not very good entertainment. In a way it's delivered, I swear to God, all Gladriel did was look like she needed to take a shit for the last 4 episodes. And she can't. That's what Gladriel looks like. I have never seen a more unlikable, wooden, one-dimensional character in fantasy writing, in on fantasy cinema, or on fantasy screen ever. I have never seen a character like this before. Purple Valkyrie, you're a strong independent female. What is it like? What are you taking away from this? Are you feeling inspired by what's happening? And let's start winding up.
Absolutely not. No, they talk so much about representation and being able to identify with characters, because that's the big thing at the moment, isn't it? Being able to see yourself in these characters on screen. I am so thankful that I don't see myself in Gladriel. I can't even tell you, because she is so unlikable. It's incredible. How do you take this beloved character and just boil her down to this masculine archetype that no one gives a shit about? Nobody cares who she
Is
is.
she trying to be John Wayne? Because
I-
John Wayne didn't look like he needed to take a shit for 4 hours. John Wayne had some range. He was stoic, but he also had humor. There is nothing that makes Gladriel Gladriel. The other thing, and I will give my out of 10 rating on this one, they went out of their way to have Halbrand validate her and say that she's more of a warrior. This is Gladriel. This is Gladriel. She doesn't know how to be a diplomat. She doesn't know how to communicate gracefully. This is an elf that's 2,000 years old, married with 2 daughters by this time, but apparently she's just a warrior and doesn't know nothing about talking to no queens of color in Numenor. This is bullshit. I don't buy it. I'm not legitimizing this by treating it like it's Middle Earth anymore. This is the Rings of Power. I'm not going to call it Middle Earth. I'm pulling the Middle Earth map off of our intro because I am done pretending. You have lost me. It is over. This is bullshit. I will continue this death march with whoever wants to do it with me. But this is an abomination. It is some of the worst things I have ever seen since the Wheel of Time. Really, I give this episode a 1 out of 10 because there's no other place I can go. I'd give it a 0, but I can't. That would be wrong. This is a 1, and I begrudgingly give that.
it's got to be one. It has to be. I mean, I give it a 0.5, but I mean, what's just what sums up the episode for me is the extreme plot armor Theo and Arondir have. Arondir is let go for some reason to deliver a message. Then he goes to a town swarming with orcs that Theo manages to Metal Gear Solid his way through, literally like a video game, jumping behind stuff before orcs pop up to kill him. So he Metal Gear Solid his way out there. He's about to die, and then Arondir also has Metal Gear Solid his way through the town. Nobody notices him kill the orc. He kills the orc. They make their escape. Nobody can shoot arrows all of a sudden again, even though they're standing still. There's a big difference between Damon running through things and getting shot with arrows and he still gets hit. They never get hit. They get to the town and he's supposed to deliver this message. And who does he deliver the message to? Just some girl. Like, I mean, she's nothing to that town. He's just like, they're coming for us. It's like, what purpose does that serve? It serves no purpose. It's a 1.
Pretty much what Steve said. I mean, just like you had the fast travel, you had the crazy plot armor, and the scenes were just not interesting. I don't know what's going on. I still don't care what's going on. I'm not invested. We're halfway through the season. We're halfway through the first season, and I'm not invested. I don't know where they're going to go. I don't know what they're going to do. I have no theories because I don't care enough about theories. I'll give it a 3 out of 10. And
Wow,
the reason why I give it a 3 out of 10 is because there were no Harfoots.
Yeah,
Because I don't know what they're going to do with the Harfoots. I don't think that's going to pay off at all.
If you guys watch more of Nerporial's content, 3 is a harsh rating for him, man. I've never heard you give anything a 3.
I'm struggling to give it even a 1. It is so incoherent. We don't know who or what Adar is. We have no defined leader in the human town, so it by default goes to strong female woman B. Galadriel, and if she ever smiles again, it's probably going to scare the shit out of us because she can't even smile when when she gets her own way. It is a show completely bereft of anything that makes sense, of anything that is good. Just the worst thing I've ever seen.
I would give it a 1. Yeah, if I could give it a 0, I would, but I will give it 1 point for the wave that took out Galadriel, because God bless that wave. It's as we said throughout the episode, it doesn't flow. It's just unconnected scenes of people giving big dumps of exposition, and I'm guessing that this is what happens when you have like 20 writers trying to write a show. There's no coherence, there is no crossover. I don't know where this is going because they don't seem to know what story they want to tell. They've run out of anything that they had that was Tolkien, and now they're floundering on their own. It's exactly what happened with Game of Thrones. I can see the rest of this season going in the exact same direction.
I don't have words. I don't have words. I've never rated episodes of television this low in my life. I have ridiculed Wheel of Time extensively. You could see maybe there was 10 or 15% of Robert Jordan's world and what they were trying to do. It was just so mutilated by agenda, bad casting, bad writing. In this case, they literally took $1 billion to make a show as bad or worse as The Wheel of Time. We were right. The Wheel of Time was the testing ground, and I have said this since October of last year, was the testing grounds for what they're going to do to Tolkien's world. And they've done it. And they've done it in a spectacularly CG-tastic way with one-dimensional characters, with stealing from Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings, and with selectively, in my opinion, stealing from Tolkien and materials of Tolkien, again, in my opinion, they don't have rights to, but they're doing it anyway. And here we are, and no one's watching, no one gives a shit, and they're just going to call us racist and misogynist.